professional, capable of securing Uganda, to support the growth of our economy so that the economy can also support us, and also contributing to regional peace and security. Your Excellency, this assembly will also help us tackle the problem that you normally tell us of economic irrationality, of consuming what we don't produce and producing what we don't consume. Besides, this partnership will also benefit us in many other ways, apart from technology transfer, local capacity building, as has been elaborated by the MD, savings of our hard-earned foreign currency, and at a tactical and operational level, enhancing mobility, protection, firepower, and operational efficiency. This plant also helps us to cushion UPDF against irrational arms embargoes that are normally put on countries that promote stability because it interferes with imperialism ideas and protecting our independence in this increasingly contested strategic environment. Also, in the interest of economic policy of BUBU, this plant has capacity to manufacture for UPDF, police, VIP, and also the regional requirements, because, Your Excellency, that's why you have always encouraged us to promote Pan-Africanism, but also a Turkish thinker, he said that the best defense industry is to build good relations with your neighbors. He says the best missile, the best tank, the best atomic bomb is to have good friends, because enmity and its measures belong to the world of stupidity. I am sure that at some point we will consume this and our market will not be enough. And if we are not friends with our neighbors, who will buy the balance? Your Excellency, this project will also enhance our research and development center, because what we are witnessing today is a roadmap that outlines the manufacturing growth opportunities in the defense industry and how the UPDF is working to deliver long-term transformation outcomes for Uganda's economy, as well as reliable indigenous defense capabilities. It is therefore important to remember that defense manufacturing is part of the broader industrial base and the capabilities and technologies that underpin defense manufacturing across other sectors. Growth in Uganda's defense manufacturing capabilities will obviously have spillover benefits for the broader economy and will lead to increased capability for the national manufacturing priorities and vice versa. I therefore want to thank the Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs, the Permanent Secretary, the Managing Director for his down-to-earth leadership, for having corporate business savviness, being innovative, being frugal, and continuously building the capacity of our personnel. Nec, Your Excellency, had gone to the dogs. It is coming back to the people. I also want to thank all the NEC staff involved in these projects, the Streit leadership, for all their energy that they employed to make this project a success, and all the other partners involved, both UPDF and others. Without much ado, Your Excellency, I want to conclude by once again thanking you for finding time to come and grace this period. Your Excellency, we will keep requesting that you maintain defense manufacturing as a sacrosanct pillar for UPDF development path and Uganda's development path to support our middle-income class. We have the boo-boo in place, but it is not yet very much impressed by the, our other MDAs. We produce things here. I think there is a need for this policy to be seriously paid attention to so that we save our hard-earned currency. This is because defense manufacturing represents key priority for nation states as well as significant opportunities for business in manufacturing the components and capabilities required for defense acquisition and sustainment projects. It increases our sovereignty and self-reliance, and integrating into global supply chains where business can export those components to our strategic allies and contribute to the country's GDP and therefore economic growth. The countries that Your Excellency, for example, give impressive figures that developing countries can successfully contribute to the national GDP are India, Algeria, Morocco, Ethiopia, South Africa, whose annual defense industry or manufacturing contribution to the GDP is between 10 to 20%. Your Excellency, we pledge to continue running where others are working, such that the aspirations of the people of Uganda are supported and secured as prospects in the country continue to be brighter and abundant for harnessing to full potential for our country's common development, for job and wealth creation, for God and my country. Thank you very much for this.
Thank you very much, the CDF. Your Excellency, sir, in the interest of time, I will straight away invite the Honorable Minister of State, Minister of Defense. Sorry, the Chairman, my apologies. I invite the Chairman Streit Group to come and address you on this important occasion.
Good afternoon, the President of the Republic of Uganda and Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces, Your Excellency, Retired General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs, Honorable Vincent Bomalkaki Safiji, Minister, Presence, the Chief of Defense Forces, General Wilson Mudebi, Lieutenant General James Megura, Managing Director of National Enterprise Corporation, people of Uganda, distinguished guests, Home Secretaries, and other officers. It's great pleasure for me and honor to stand this day and welcome you all to official launch of Nec Streit Uganda, Armored Vehicle and Defense Product Manufacturing. It's full-fledged manufacturing facility, not just assembly. Today is a very special day in the history of Uganda, and day when the government of great nation has once again shown commitment and deep willpower to bring significant infrastructure development that boosts economy prosperity, a significant improvement of security of lives of good people of Uganda, and not just the people of Uganda, African continent. Your Excellency, we met in 2018 in your house, and you give me blessing to open this facility, and right after that we signed the agreement with NEC, and here we go. Your project is finished. When we start to send invitation to other countries, they say, why is it Uganda? Why you choose Uganda? I said, because the leadership, the team, the people you have, I would say this is something you honor, we honor, this is something make these things happen. I've been in many African countries, and I'll be honest, I haven't seen the leadership like you have, and the people that you have is following your leads. So, General James Magura already mentioned about our company and all that kind of stuff. What I would like to add, with all my experience, 30 years doing this business, and all international capacity that we have in the engineering, designing, we all give the honor to our new partnership. It's not just armored vehicles. We are working in so many different projects, innovations, and all that we're going to share with you. All our research and development and all that stuff is going to be shared with you as well. Now, I would like to say thank you very much to Lieutenant General Magura. He's been constantly working on this deal, and without him, I don't think so we will succeed. So this is thank you very much, General. Also, I'd like to say thank you to Honorable Ambassador of United Arab Emirates, and special thank you to Ambassador of Uganda, His excellent Ambassador of Uganda in UAE, Zaki Kabidi. He always supports us as well. And very special thank you for Member of Parliament of Nakasonga and all the team who was working in Nakasonga to help us out. Thank you very much, gentlemen. So the products we already outlined, we have military vehicles, law enforcement vehicles, civilian vehicles, and all that stuff. We also work in the drones, communication equipment, and boats, armored boats, anything. So that's not all, and we can spend hours and hours of discussion of the products, but what I wanted to say from me, we are here for you. Anything you needed, we will try to accommodate you. And also what is very important for us, to work as a team. And so far, it's working very good, because we learn from you, you learn from us. So this is a cooperation you can dream about. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, after launch, the manufacture of this facility, security, we're looking for improving the security of the country, bring the more help to fighting with terrorism, crime, providing security support. Also, we're getting involved in cybersecurity, which became very important. The tanks, weapons, everything is, of course, important, but cybersecurity nowadays is actually taking one of the major dangerous position in attacks. So we can help you with that, and we got certain project already achieved, and I would like to share it with you. Your country is very peaceful, and we wish you to keep that way, and we will do anything to help you out with that, to keep your people happy, create more jobs, train your people, and bring big happiness to you. All the products which you're going to produce this, I'm proudly can say, made in Uganda. And as CDF already mentioned, the most powerful weapon is a good relationship with your neighbors. So we're also going to support that, and of course cooperation with your neighbor country will be really greatly appreciated. So thank you very much, everybody, and God bless you. God bless the Republic of Uganda. God bless your people. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman, Streit Group, Honorable Bamulanga Kisempija, Minister of Defense and Veterans Affairs.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Your Excellency General Retired Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, allow me on behalf of everybody who is here to welcome you, sir, and thank you very much for accepting our invitation to launch this plant of the armored vehicles by Nec and Streit. Thank you very much. I think we need to thank His Excellency the President. Your Excellency, I'm going to do three things. One is to introduce to you some of the potential customers, but also and other supporters of this plant, and some of our allies as Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs. Allow me, Your Excellency, first of all to recognize the presence of Major General Retired Jim Muhwezi, Minister for Security. The Minister of Energy, Honorable Dr. Ruth Nankabirwa, who came in, and I know she has an answer to this question of power problems. Honorable General David Muhoozi, Minister of State for Internal Affairs. Honorable Jacob both, Minister of State for Defense. Honorable Lieutenant General Chol John Black, our visiting Minister, Minister of State, Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs, Public of South Sudan. You're most welcome, my brother. Your Excellency, we have the Permanent Secretary, Minister of Defense and Permanent Veteran Affairs, Mrs. Bengoma, the PS Minister of Trade and Industry, Geraldine Sali, Lieutenant General Joseph Musanyifu, PS Minister of Internal Affairs, General, of course, we have seen the CDF has already been here, Ambassador Joseph Ochwet, Director General ESO, Ambassador Zake Chibedi, United Arab Emirates, and Madam Edith Buturo, Under Secretary and Accounting Officer, Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs. Your Excellency, we have members of Parliament who are here with us. Honorable Sechanzi Bernard Kire, Budiebo County, Honorable Wanzara, Nakasongola County, Honorable Zawed Victorious, Woman MP, Nakasongola District. Honorable, this is Lieutenant Chigula Samuel, LC5 Nakasongola District. Amanya Richard, Diso Nakasongola, the SSP Otong, Ignatius, RPC, the Savannah area, Nakasongola and Luero. We have also other district leaders from Nakasongola. Allow me, Your Excellency, to thank you very much for guiding our ministry, the Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs and EPDF, and also guiding NEC, so that we become a productive army. And as we talk today, Your Excellency, you have really guided us, and everybody is seeing modernity, a modern army, UPDF. We want to thank you very much. Before you came here, you opened several units, productive units of NEC. We thank you for all these efforts and the support. And we want to assure you, Excellency, that the Ministry of Defense and Veteran Affairs will do whatever is in our means to make sure that we don't let you down. We make sure that we support the army, become more productive, and be able to be a manufacturing UPDF. Your Excellency, this is one of the areas that is very interesting in this country, and I have taken up the job of marketing what is produced here, Your Excellency. And tomorrow, with your permission, we have invited other people who are potential buyers and customers, and I will be here to attend to them with your permission, sir. But also, we have been able in the recent past to bring honorable ministers of defense from neighboring these countries who have really been impressed, and they have written very good reports about what we are doing here. And maybe I want to mention Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs of the United Republic of Tanzania was here. The Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs from the DRC was here, and others intend to come. So, Your Excellency, your efforts are really bearing a lot of fruit, not only to Uganda, but also to the region. Your Excellency, we thank you for leading a country which is moving forward. Every year, every day, every month, there is something new added to the economy of this country. You are always opening up industries. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. And this is not something we should just put aside. We really think that it has come because of your tireless efforts. You are a president who has worked for this country tirelessly, and everybody appreciates Your Excellency. Allow me, Your Excellency, to request my sister Ruth Nankabirwa to say something about this fluctuation in power, so that if we accept Your Excellency, because this is very important, we want to assure our investors that power will be there. The President has been able to bring power to this country from negative to where we are now. So, Madam Minister, please help me. I don't fit in those shoes.
Thank you very much, Minister, Your Excellency and Commander-in-Chief, all protocol observed. Your Excellency, allow me to congratulate you for this achievement. Let me also congratulate you, UPDF family. I'm standing here to assure you that the former Minister of State for Defense, who is now the Minister of Energy and Mineral Development, is committed to make sure that this factory gets not only constant power supply, but also affordable power, because this factory is going to use a lot of power. Therefore, the tariff is very important, and you have instructed us to make sure that we supply power at least at 5 US cents. The answer to the problem here, Your Excellency, I was happy that I interacted with General Mujira, and therefore I started working on it, and I came here with an answer. We are going to construct a dedicated line because the problem is the distance of this line and the overload that it has. We have constructed a substation at Kasana, and the license to construct a new line dedicated to this is already issued by the regulator. I'm standing here to assure you that we are going to have our own power here, and that the problem of power outages, especially in this industry, will be solved. I beg to submit. Yeah.
Your Excellency, lastly, I want to thank the Chairman Streit and his team for deciding to work with us. We assure you of the Minister of Defense and Veteran Affairs and the EPDF support all the time. We thank you very much. I want to thank General Mujira and the NEC family, the board and the team. We thank you very much. Your Excellency, when we came in defense, NEC was very far, was not being seen. But for us who are seeing, we knew that NEC is moving. And we decided in the top management to really give NEC more support. And we know that NEC is really on a straight path. And we really want to assure you, Your Excellency, that you took a wise decision to create this NEC. We are not going to let you down. We'll make sure that everything goes on as you wanted. Your Excellency, allow me at this juncture to request you to come and address the nation and again launch our plant. Thank you very much.
Honorable Ministers, the CDF and other commanders, the Managing Director of NEC, and the Managing Directors of the different industries which are here, including this one here, and all invited guests. First of all, I want to congratulate NEC for listening to our guidelines of creating capacity for our defense industry. We started many years ago, from the very beginning, with a factory of ammunition, 7.62 by 39. This was many years ago when we worked with Norinco, and we have been upgrading that line and adding more lines of manufacturing different types of armor. Gradually, NEC has gone into other areas of defense needs, including R&D, research and development. I want to congratulate our scientists for what they have achieved. And what I told you, ababadde babaseera mu kusasula ngenda kubitereeza. Abatategeera kuwabula kwange temufaayo, Katonda gy'ali. So our scientists are doing a wonderful job. They are acquiring a lot of capacity to produce quality products which can make us stand on our own in many areas. Additionally, apart from the original starting point, then what they have added on with R&D, they have also used the method of joint partnership to create additional capacity. The Kyoga dynamics solved the big problem of commercial explosives, which were taking a lot of money from the country. I think $40 million or something like that. But that money now is staying here. And it is solving the problems of commercial explosives of Uganda, but also the neighboring countries. Now, in addition to that, they started dealing with, as Lieutenant General Mjira was saying, producing products for the population, not for the economy, not just for the army, but also for the economy. Before we came here, we opened 4 units. Today, one was for the solar power, generating solar power for this factory. They had one gap of batteries to capture the power and keep it, instead of only using power during the day and then at night they don't have stored power. Minister of Defense should support them to solve that side. Because that solar power, we are going to get dedicated power. We thank Honorable Nankabirwa for the factory, but they can go on with the generating solar power for other uses, even for to sell to the public. It is also, that effort should continue, and to gain more experience. Then we had a factory of masks, making masks. I told them to do that when the corona started, and they are now making the masks, and making the sanitizers, and then another factory for making machine tools. This is a very important step, making machine tools. Because making machine tools is a big step in autonomy. Machines which can do work instead of importing. Now, later on, I want them to go beyond that and make machine tool making machines which can make those machines instead of just making. So now they have that capacity actually, they have that capacity. Because they are building the machine tools here. So I congratulate Nec for listening to our, because when I give guidelines, I'm not there all the time. Sometimes I give guidelines and the people I tell don't follow up. But these ones follow up. I'm very happy with that. Now, finally, on this particular one, I want to thank the managing director. He came and saw me in Rajtura, and his ideas were good, and I linked him with the Lieutenant General Mujira, and you see how they have moved. So I congratulate you. I congratulate Lieutenant Mujira for helping him to get the land and all that, all those issues. Maybe the only, and these vehicles, as you can see, they will solve many problems. The rich people who want to armor their cars, there is the capacity here. They are private cars, the passenger cars. The army who want some of the IFVs, instead of using others, although we have other capacities, we already have some other capacities at Magamaga and so on, but this should be added on. Should be added on as a source of the IFVs, infantry fighting vehicles. Then the banks, which need vehicles to carry money safely, protected, they are welcome here. Riot control police, you know the address now. You come here. So the army for transport, the troop carriers, those are troop carriers. Instead of the ones we have been buying from India, the Tata, there they are. Because these ones are not only troop carriers, but they are also protected against small arms. So you should inspect them properly and so that we rule out imports. We don't have to import, we can use these ones here. And I can assure the manager that we shall buy from him. I will no longer allow buying from other sources when this capacity is here. Now, regarding the boats, you saw the boats also, the boats, security on the lakes, it is all here. The only thing I would want to advise them, and you people, you can advise them more, is that our terrain is quite different from the Middle East and other parts of the world where the ground is hard or sandy. Here we have got a lot of waterlogged ground. So you need to guide them about the chain, some chain line of chain, instead of the ones we buy from, what do we call these Russian ones? BMP2s, BMP3, because that's a capacity which these tires may not match all the time. The tires are good on the roads and good on some of the hard ground, some of the sandy ground, but in the water, I want you to check that, the water log. Do you know our conditions of Acholi, of the mountains, the hills of you may have to do something there. So you should study that with them, help them, because you know the ground, so that you guide them. Now, finally, on the issue of the roads, I am going to direct General Katumba to link up with the companies which are building government roads in the area of Hoima now, Hoima Masindi. Once they finish, they should come here and do some of these roads coming here. And secondly, and finally, you have had Honorable Nankabirwa solving our problems of power. We shall have enough power, but also cheaper power. So therefore, now, I want to encourage Lieutenant General Mujira to work more with this man because he looks to be serious. You heard what he was talking about, cyber security and so on. So please develop that line also. But of course, what you don't know is that problems are also wealth. You remember when we were having a problem of AIDS here, we went and got for you a factory known as Quality Chemicals, which started manufacturing ARVs and other medicines. So all the problems we face, disease, if you have a disease actually is a problem, but also an opportunity. If you make drugs to cure the disease, you have turned a problem into an opportunity. Vaccines, we are calling that pathogenic industry. So here you have seen this group. They have turned insecurity into an opportunity. They provide an answer for every type of insecurity. Car robbers, robbing banks, a bullion van to which cannot be pierced by bullets. Rioters, you saw their medicine here. You manufacture for them. Terrorists, you get an answer for them. So this what you should turn. If you see how much Africa is spending on importing weapons, it's a lot of money. So by manufacturing them here, we are going to save a lot of money, but also create jobs and capacity for our people. So I thank everybody. I thank the MPs for Nakasongora. They seem to be serious people. And the Committee of Parliament for supporting our budget of defense. And our scientists here of NEC, timwera likirira. Bili byonna bye mbagambye tugenda kubiteeka mu nkola. So it is now my pleasure. I have already commissioned all the factories. I commissioned all of them, including this one. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency,
Chairman Streit Group had requested an opportunity. He has a souvenir for you and a group photograph with his team. I request you accord him that opportunity, sir. In the meantime, the Honourable Minister apologizes for those he did not introduce. Honourable Mrs. Musenero, Minister for Science and Technology, is in our midst. Engineer Cosmas Muchirize, Engineer Alan Muhumza,